We've known Stealth Caravans since Alex Murphy first showed his new caravan designs at the NEC in September 2009. His ideas took some people by surprise, and despite some predictions of doom, we've always thought he'd keep it going. In the first part of a two-part interview with this hard-working and forceful entrepreneur, we've gone back to the origins of Stealth.
You do have that sort of moment where you say, right, okay, I am going to do this, I'm going to make caravans, I'm going to start investing in people and researching and talking with suppliers. I sat down with all my managers at my weekly meeting and said, we're going to make caravans, this is how we're going to prototype them here in Bedford, then we're going to make them in our Scunthorpe factory. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of raised eyebrows, and I found out about 6 months later everybody thought I was high or something. I basically started down the route of talking with suppliers and getting suppliers in and saying, right, okay, what do you do? I learned all kinds of things about the fact that the timber comes from somewhere and is a certain type of timber, and the veneers for timber come from somewhere else, and you have to choose it and have it applied. Everybody who sat in front of me was, this is a bit of a joke, nobody sets up in the caravan business. I was forever there in front of suppliers saying, I'm actually serious, I am going to do this. Then it's a question of sort of sitting there and choosing colour schemes and changing my mind umpteen times. One thing I'm unbelievably renowned for is being decisive, but possibly a little too decisive, a little too early, and changing my mind 3, 4, 5 times. But I'm a perfectionist and I like to get things right. We started putting designs together. I have a large technical department. We used to deal with things for the outside anyway, so building something that's going to be used outside isn't a big deal for us. I went hunting for expertise from the trade and employed expertise from the trade. That certainly helped tremendously in getting us from draft drawings up to next level, etc. We worked on prototypes. I worked on when we actually started physically building the prototypes. I've always come from a hands-on perspective. When the company was initially started 16 years ago, it was started in a tiny little factory, and me and my 2 hands and a couple of guys. So the prototype caravans I had a hand in building. That's why the post-prototype caravans are part of the reason why they're so significantly changed, just little bits everywhere, because it's one thing to get somebody else's opinion upon it, but it's another thing to go, I'm actually having difficulty putting this screw in, or I feel this could be a little bit bigger, or could do with a bit more meat in this for a bit more strength. And it's a great way to learn, to actually do it yourself, as opposed to just permanently sit back and be suited and booted and say, well, go and do that. We then took the caravans up to the show, and I was camped out on the NEC show, at the October show, and was there helping pull them in and drag them in through the tiny thin spaces and lay them out, and everybody walking past going, oh, that's what everybody's been talking about, because my teaser campaign worked very well, I'm very pleased to say. And I was there for when we opened up on the first day of the show, and within 5 minutes, it literally must have been 5 minutes, we were swamped with people, and listening to the comments that people made and taking orders was great. And then immediately after the show, we came back and said, right, okay, we've got orders, it's worked, it's been a success.